April 1st, 2016. New York budget deal with higher minimum wage is reached. The worst stereotype of the GOP is coming to life in the form of Donald Trump. Hilarious moment, anti-Trump activist backflips on his own face after calling supporter a fat bitch. 200 imprisoned based on illegal cell phone tracking, review finds. Top conservative writer is a group effort, sources say. Clinton says, I'm so sick of Sanders' campaign lying about me. Explosive material accidentally left on school bus after training exercise. Top black staffers leave the Republican National Committee. April 2nd, 2016. Why should never Trump mean Ted Cruz? Bernie Sanders demands apology from Hillary Clinton for accusing him of lying. Why Hillary Clinton is justifiably annoyed by criticism of her big oil fundraising. Peace out, fools. Obama appears to give the peace sign for Nuclear Security Summit team photo and gets a very unimpressed look from David Cameron and bemused world leaders. Trump ally Roger Stone says he's planning days of rage at the convention. RNC lays groundwork for nominee who may not be Trump. Obama says Iran not following spirit of deal. No bull. Comedian Jon Stewart rescues runaway animal. FBI facing demands to share its claim technique to unlock iPhones. How Trump has proved the founders right. April 3rd, 2016. Why Trump can't break the GOP. Education divide in GOP White House race, what's behind it? In a revealing interview, Trump predicts a massive recession but intends to eliminate the national debt in 8 years. Obama nixed CIA plan that could have stopped ISIS, say officials. U.S. military suicides remain high for 7th year. Clinton not at all worried about FBI probe. Islamic State planted thousands of mines in Palmyra, says Syrian army. Ivana Trump and how she advises Donald, and those hands. Concerns about Paul Ryan emerging out of Ted Cruz created contested convention as nominees dominate Wisconsin. April 4th, 2016. Early missteps seen as a drag on Bernie Sanders' campaign. Internal memo reveals Trump campaign's mounting fury with its critics. Supreme Court says states may continue to use total population in deciding districts. Republican crisis may deepen even if Trump loses Wisconsin. Liberal bastions may decide GOP race. Tickets to the 2016 Olympics aren't selling, and Brazil is scrambling to boost demand. The Panama Papers, how the world's rich and famous hide their money offshore. Trump faces uphill fight in Wisconsin presidential primary. Top Republicans taking up Paul Ryan as nominee. April 5th, 2016. Ted Cruz is fuming because John Kasich won't bow out. Tennessee lawmakers vote for Bible as state's official book. Trump reveals how he would force Mexico to pay for border wall. Donald Trump's national lead dips after controversial leak. Twitter said to win NFL deal for Thursday night streaming rights. Trump eyeing money transfers from immigrants and plan to build wall. Charles Koch is privately committed to getting Paul Ryan nominated in Cleveland. Trump, behind in Wisconsin, loses some of the self-confidence in appeal to voters. March 6, 2016. The Panama Papers' sprawling web of corruption. Cruz wins in Wisconsin leaves Trump damaged frontrunner. What went wrong for Trump and Clinton in Wisconsin? California authorities raid home of anti-Planned Parenthood videographer. Why are Americans not included in the Panama Papers? U.S. scrambles to repair damaged Saudi ties. Reid plots strategy to force vote on Obama nominee. Sanders feeling media heat after new interview. Hillary Clinton has had enough of Bernie Sanders. April 7th, 2016. Ted Cruz hits Donald Trump's business record on mogul's home turf. Clinton questions whether Sanders is qualified to be president. Utah teacher who had sex with 3 of her students blames their parents, saying they had strained relationships with the boys, and defends her risque clothing from jail. Secular Bangladeshi writer murdered in the street. White House declines to support encryption legislation. Ted Cruz's campaign stop in the Bronx is a complete dud. Sanders says Clinton's not qualified to be president. April 8, 2016. Pope Francis urging less judgment signals path for divorce on communion. Bernie Sanders says I attacked Hillary Clinton because she attacked me. Bernie Sanders plans short hiatus from New York campaign trail to speak at the Vatican. Bill Clinton clashes with protesters over his crime bill. Clinton campaign chair says the American people can handle the truth on UFOs. Fidel Castro makes rare public appearance after Obama visit. Bill Clinton gets into heated exchange with Black Lives Matter protester. Obama says abandon all hope if GOP doesn't change. Obama on criticism of lack of diversity in SCOTUS pick. I didn't say I needed a black lesbian from Skokie. April 9th, 2016. Mr. Trump reopens the wounds of a hate crime. Ted Cruz adds 21 delegates with Colorado sweep. What role does Islamophobia play in terror attacks? Obama can appoint Merrick Garland to the Supreme Court if the Senate does nothing. Erotic sex and the pursuit of pleasure between couples is a gift from God, Pope says in 260-page Joy of Love report, but he's not ready to budge on gay marriage. Subpoenaed into silence on global warming. Trump says Sanders was right, Clinton is unqualified. SpaceX rocket successfully lands on ocean drone platform for first time. FBI probing Mayor de Blasio's fundraising activities. Obama relents in fight over Fast and Furious documents. April 10th, 2016. Obama vows no influence in Clinton email probe, defends terror fight. Small town turns on Hastert as details of allegations emerge. Bernie Sanders declared winner of Wyoming Democratic caucuses. Cruz camp accuses Trump and Kasich of teaming up in Michigan. They don't deny it. Obama sees carelessness in Clinton's management of emails. Trump and Kasich box out Cruz in Michigan delegation. Team Obama is setting us up for another housing market collapse. Boston Globe to publish fake front page on Trump presidency. April 11th, 2016. The rich live longer everywhere. For the poor, geography matters. What Obama says is his worst mistake as president. Obama on Clinton's emails. There's classified, and then there's classified. Despite complaints, delegate system has given Trump a 22% bonus. Washington watchdog adjusts to life with partisan roommates. Sanders fans are blind to reality of socialism. Obama admits worst mistake of his presidency. Hulk accuses Gawker chief of hiding millions to avoid payout. Past cases suggest Hillary won't be indicted. April 12, 2016. Racially charged joke by Hillary Clinton and Bill de Blasio leaves some cringing. Ted Cruz's war with Matt Drudge could become a huge problem for his campaign. Texas school cop who body-slammed 12-year-old girl is fired. Ben Carson says, I'd be never Trump too if election stakes weren't so high. Wall Street wages double in 25 years as everyone else's languish. Hundreds of Democracy Spring protesters arrested at Capitol Hill sit-in. Kill Ahmadi's leaflets found in UK mosque. Porn site bans North Carolina users due to state's anti-LGBT laws. Clinton camp says Sanders wants to rig system with superdelegates. Ted Cruz says Drudge Report is the attack site for the Donald Trump campaign. April 13th, 2016. Russian jets pass U.S. Navy destroyer at unsafe speeds in Baltic Sea, official says. Judge in China rules gay couple cannot marry. FBI paid professional hackers one-time fee to crack San Bernardino iPhone. 5 big banks living wills rejected by U.S. banking agencies. Trump slams RNC chairman, calls 2016 process a disgrace. Donald Trump says rules stacked against me. The time Ted Cruz defended a ban on dildos. White House demands Maryland super PAC pull Senate ad. Roger Stone says Trump delegates should sign a loyalty pledge. How Donald Trump is right about our rigged politics. April 14th, 2016. Bernie Sanders in New York presses fight against status quo. Trump's unpopularity stays sky high. Cruz hits a high in negative ratings. Republicans like Donald Trump and Ted Cruz. The general public doesn't. Sanders under fire for supporters' whores remarks. Donald Trump apparently forgets Joe Paterno died. Asks Pittsburgh crowd how he's doing. Plan for woman on $10 bill in question as Hamilton fans lobby. Nigeria's missing girls. A glimpse of the stolen. The misplaced criticism of Clinton's crime bill. Apple hires NFL and Biden veteran for key policy role. Michael Moore boycotts North Carolina. You anti-gay bigots don't get to see my latest flop. April 15th, 2016. Bernie Sanders campaign suspends Jewish outreach coordinator for vulgar remarks about Netanyahu. Sarah Palin says voters should decide GOP nominee. Ted Cruz has phone call with Donald Trump during Tonight Show skit. The new Gilded Age. Close to half of all super PAC money comes from 50 donors. New York Republicans ignore Ted Cruz at GOP gala. Why did Hillary Clinton leave Good Morning America in the lurch by pulling out of live town hall just hours before the event on Friday? Merkel allows prosecution of German comedian over Erdogan satire. Here's what happened when a group of scientists went to confront their congressional tormentors. My night at the Playboy Mansion with Donald Trump. Don't back UN Council on Israeli-Palestinian conflict, lawmakers urge Obama. April 16th, 2016. Fight to impeach Brazil's leader tears at fabric of daily life. It's on. Tensions between Trump and the GOP escalate in public fight. Army approves first 22 female officers for ground combat jobs. Bill Clinton says Sanders fans would shoot every third person on Wall Street. Jill Stein says the Democratic Party fakes left, marches right. Monica Lewinsky says the shame sticks to you like tar. Study says Hillary Clinton, not Donald Trump, gets the most negative media coverage. Bernie Sanders secures 5 minutes with Pope Francis. Milo Yiannopoulos leads Emory students on chalkening crusade around campus. April 17th, 2016. German comic who lampooned Erdogan to extend break from TV show. Merkel criticized and lauded for allowing comics prosecution. Trump to RNC, reform nomination system or have a rough July at that convention. Not just a pretty face then? Justin Trudeau stuns room full of reporters and scientists with perfect answer to complex quantum computing question. Saudis warn of economic reprisals if Congress passes 9/11 bill. Japan earthquake, rescuers in race against time as storm hits. Thousands of troops on Paris streets, but are they France's new Maginot Line? Trump supporters walk out of Georgia delegate fight after party picks Cruz supporter. Uproar in the hall. Death row's race problem. April 18th, 2016. Focus on Chief Justice as Supreme Court hears immigration challenge. Ted Cruz responds to gay man about religious freedom. Pataki on GOP nominee. I don't care if they ran for president or not. Supreme Court meets to decide future of Obama's immigration actions. How U.S. covered up Saudi role in 9/11. Why Trump may be costing Democrats millions for their convention. Revealed. Colorado lawmakers who voted to scrap election are Ted Cruz delegates. The Hollywood hit job on Justice Clarence Thomas. April 19th, 2016. Donald Trump invokes memories of 7/11. Donald Trump reorganizes campaign just before big state primaries. Leading Philippine presidential contender says gang rape victim so beautiful he wishes he had been first. White House signals veto on Saudi 9/11 bill. Donald Trump mixes up 9/11 with 7/11. When the New York Observer endorsed Donald Trump, I had to resign. Trump candidacy, where some fear to tread, others see a path to victory. Nervous Hillary downplays potential of New York landslide. Giuliani explains why he won't endorse Trump. April 20th, 2016. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton win easily in New York primary. Hillary Clinton won New York, but her image is underwater. How can Obama break bread with them? President meets with Saudi ruler in Riyadh as row rages over secret report linking the Arab kingdom with 9/11 attacks. Club for Growth to spend $1 million to beat Trump in Indiana. New York primary matters for the first time in decades. A sobering night for New Yorkers who fear Hillary versus Trump. Bernie Sanders is still the future of the Democratic Party. Trump victory in New York sends message to other northeastern states. Panama trade agreement promises and the TPP. How Bernie lost New York. April 21st, 2016. Kurt Schilling, ESPN analyst, is fired over offensive social media post. Britain issues warning for LGBT travelers visiting North Carolina and Mississippi. ESPN, at long last, has fired Kurt Schilling, and we're all better for it. Musk's secret plan to curb city traffic with self-driving bus. Saudis snub Obama on Riyadh arrival amid growing tensions. Sober is the new drunk. Why millennials are ditching bar crawls for juice crawls. VW to offer to buy back nearly 500,000 U.S. diesel cars. The smug style in American liberalism. Trump says transgender people can use whatever bathroom they want. Donald Trump plans to adopt more traditional campaign tactics. April 22nd, 2016. ISIS suspect reveals plans to open up route from Syria to U.S. through Mexico. U.S. suicide rate surges to a 30-year high. Trump team tells GOP he has been projecting an image. Well-known ISIS operative instructed Americans to kill organizer of Muhammad cartoon contest, prosecutors reveal. Prince once wrote a Donald Trump song, and it is spectacular. Trump to hone image and raise funds for Republican candidates, advisor says. Conservative activist sues the RNC, alleging delegate fraud. Eagles' Joe Walsh cancels concert with GOP ties. London mayor under fire over remark about part Kenyan Barack Obama. Delegates face death threats from Trump supporters. April 23rd, 2016. Hillary Clinton's campaign, cautious but confident, begins considering running mates. President Obama glad he met adorable Prince George. Donald Trump amends stance on North Carolina transgender bathroom law. About 200,000 convicted felons in Virginia will now have the right to vote in November. Obama infuriates the Brits as he threatens to send UK to the back of the queue if they vote to leave the European Union. Republicans worry PC police taking over GOP. 3 kids survive slaying of 8 family members in Ohio. How Facebook plans to take over the world. The desperate scramble for Bernie's secret weapon. Ted Cruz says Donald Trump joining the PC police by allowing a grown adult man and stranger in restroom with little girls. April 24th, 2016. Is Hillary Clinton dishonest? Man arrested and charged with threatening to bomb Trump rally. It's possible Hillary Clinton could be better president than GOP pick Charles Koch says. Poll says Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton lead in Pennsylvania and Indiana. Sanders says he has lost primaries to Clinton because poor people don't vote. Trump and Clinton hold strong leads in Pennsylvania, new poll shows. Charles Koch says it's possible Clinton would be better president than a Republican. Unity slate fight pits Cruz against Trump and Kasich in Maine. Rosario Dawson cites Monica Lewinsky at Sanders rally. April 25th, 2016. Ted Cruz and John Kasich to coordinate against Donald Trump. Charles Koch says why we're skipping convention where Paul Ryan won't be GOP's white knight. Manziel indicted by Dallas County grand jury. We can celebrate Harriet Tubman without disparaging Andrew Jackson. Gannett offers $815 million to buy Tribune Publishing. Obama says Merkel on right side of history on refugees. Trump says don't think you're ever going to see me again if I lose. Syria conflict. Obama rules out ground troops for Syria. Trump rolls out a new nickname for Kasich. Campaign's populist tone rankles America's CEOs. April 26, 2016. Ted Cruz and John Kasich alliance against Donald Trump quickly weakens. Ted Cruz has heated exchange with Donald Trump supporter. Colorado County GOP chair says errors with Ted Cruz's delegate win might need do-over. Lena Dunham promises to move to Canada if Trump wins. Trump says Americans will thank me when Lena Dunham flees to Canada. The only campaign that would have been even legal 8 years ago belongs to a 74-year-old socialist. Obamacare disaster will be Obama's enduring domestic legacy. Jay-Z's not the only one who needs to be nervous about Beyoncé, the born-again black woman with a political mission. More than 500,000 boycott Target over transgender bathroom policy. Federal judge upholds North Carolina photo ID mandate. April 27, 2016. Ted Cruz is crumbling before our very eyes. Trump lays claim to nomination backed by smashing victories. Hugo Awards shortlist dominated by right-wing campaign. Sci-Fi's Hugo Awards swept by anti-SJW authors again. Half of Americans think presidential nominating system rigged. Clinton's refusal to quit in 2008 haunts her in 2016. Trump says if Clinton were a man, I don't think she'd get 5% of the vote. Donald Trump says women don't like Hillary Clinton, they dislike him even more. Why Donald Trump is probably 2 states from victory. The racist roots of Virginia's felon disenfranchisement. April 28, 2016. Yes, Donald Trump can beat Hillary Clinton. How Hillary Clinton can win the right way. Bernie Sanders to cut hundreds of staff members and turn to California. Former Speaker Boehner calls Cruz Lucifer in the flesh. Clinton Cash has been made into a movie. Defense bill would require women to register for draft. Will Ferrell to play Ronald Reagan with dementia in new comedy. Source says Prince had opioid medication on him at time of death. Oklahoma court says oral sex is not rape if victim is unconscious from drinking. April 29th, 2016. Ted Cruz attacking Donald Trump uses transgender bathroom access as cudgel. Is Ted Cruz Lucifer in the flesh? We asked a Satanist. Obama makes jokes at Cruz's expense. Indiana Governor Mike Pence to make significant announcement on primary Monday. GOP elites are now resigned to Donald Trump as their nominee. Protesters clash with cops at California Trump rally. Hundreds of Mexican flag-waving demonstrators smash up a squad car, punch a Donald supporter, and scuffle with riot police amid angry scenes. Journalist who profiled Melania Trump hit with barrage of anti-Semitic abuse. Lawmakers reject John Wayne Day over racism concerns. Teen birth rates plummet for Hispanic and black girls. May 30th, 2016. California GOP convention chaos. Protesters block Donald Trump's motorcade. Mocking critics, Donald Trump says he can win without Republican unity. If Trump is nominated, the GOP must keep him out of the White House. Kasich says people are probably born gay. Clinton says I can handle men who go off the reservation. Jeremy Corbyn sets up inquiry into labor anti-Semitism claims. Anti-government protesters breach Baghdad's green zone. Ex-nuke manager admits Chinese paid him for secrets. Hector Elizondo says Joe will return for Princess Diaries 3.